You're recording.
Thank you.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Despite being installed on every Windows machine, Microsoft Internet Explorer is quickly losing ground to faster and more secure browsers because it is less secure. Google recently announced that 1/3 of the world, approximately 2 billion people, are now connected to the Internet. Given that number, Internet Explorer's share of the browser use has dropped from 30.9% in January to 29.9% in June. At the same time, Chrome has increased their market share from 24.6% to 28.1%. And as I mentioned, this is because it is a faster and more secure browser. I'm here to convince the audience to drop Internet Explorer in favor of one of these faster, more secure browsers. Today we're going to talk about what a browser is, what options we have, how the alternatives are faster, how they're more secure, and why many web developers are dropping Internet Explorer support in favor of these other browsers. Most of my sources come from the W3 Counter, websites such as Lifehacker and PC World. First, what is a browser? A browser is defined as a software application for retrieving, presenting, and traversing resources on the World Wide Web. There are many options that are available. As mentioned, Google Chrome, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Apple Safari, and Opera are among the many browsers that a user can choose from. But now let's look at how fast browsers are. Lifehacker, a well-known resource on the internet, has recently conducted a speed test among many of the different browsers. On just the basic startup time alone, Internet Explorer came in second to last among the 4 browsers tested, with Opera and Chrome coming in the top 2. In loading from the URL bar, Chrome came in first place, with Internet Explorer also coming in third. In every test that they conducted, Internet Explorer sometimes didn't even register or came in third or fourth among the browsers tested. So as you can see by these tests, Internet Explorer is by far a less speedy browser when given the other options that are available. Browsers that aren't only faster, other browsers are not only faster, they are also more secure. For instance, in January 2011, a vulnerability was discovered in the Windows Microsoft Internet Explorer configuration. This vulnerability was only possible in Internet Explorer because of a specific code the Internet Explorer used. It allowed a hacker to capture user information and execute malicious code. As of March 2011, 2 months later, this vulnerability still had not been repaired. PC World recently declared that Chrome is the most secure browser among all of the options. They used anti-exploitation techniques as opposed to vulnerabilities to determine what was built into the browser, not what others had found. One of the biggest tells on which browser is more secure is the patch time. A patch is simply how long it takes for a company to repair a vulnerability. Chrome took 53 days to patch a known vulnerability. Firefox took 158 days, more than 3 months. Internet Explorer took 214 days in order to patch, on average, to patch their vulnerabilities. That's over 7 months in which the user is vulnerable to hackers. Recognizing the superiority of these other platforms, developers have recently started dropping support for Internet Explorer, especially older versions. Many browsers force users to either upgrade their Internet Explorer in order to access the website or change to a more superior browser. Kogan.com, an Australian retailer similar to Amazon recently was reported as having charged a 6.8% Internet Explorer 7 tax. Anybody who wanted to purchase from their website had to pay an extra 6.8%, 0.1% for every month since Internet Explorer 7 was launched. And Russell & Kogan, the CEO of the website, said it was to recoup the cost of rendering the website into an antique browser. Many of these websites cost hundreds of thousands of dollars just to develop for the multiple versions of Internet Explorer 7. Blackboard, a website that many students use to access online classes, recommends Mozilla Firefox 3.5 or above. In light of all of these stats, the next time you go home onto your computer, I encourage you, both as a security expert and a future web developer, stop using Internet Explorer and change to a faster, more secure browser. It will improve your experience. Thank you.